Hey there, my fellow boarding crew. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to X4 Foundation's Rogue Pirate. Episode 26, Capturing Our First Extra Large Ship. You really gotta wonder what this mining ship did to piss off the enemies here. And because I'm in my Envoy, I can catch up quickly with my boost, so I'll just keep trying to like loot stuff until the next enemy is present.
Protector.
No, never mind. We already have more enemies incoming.
Thanks for your help.
I'm just gonna have to stick with the mining ship for now.
Protector. Queen's Guard. Protector. Queen's Guard. Container.
Well, we are definitely picking up a lot of mod items. I don't know if it's the ones we need. This Envoy, for reference, does not have any modded weapons, and cooldown mods for the scalar weapons would be really nice, so that they didn't overheat as fast. Or even damage, I don't know. I mean, both could work.
You're finished. Protector.
Here we go again.
Thanks for your help. Hive Guard. Forager. Protector. Forager. Protect Hive Guard. Protector.
I'm trying to sit like right in the middle of the destroyed ships to hoover up the loot before I leave. Oh, shield generator coils, that's nice. What do we have here? Patrol Behemoth? Yeah, why am I even invited on this mission? I mean, alright, to be fair, the AI that are here to, like, help haven't been doing much.
You should find the teleporter now has a much larger range.
Alright, the teleporter has indeed been upgraded. It is now, like, global gate network teleportation, which is awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for your help.
We're still at 19, but I suspect once I finish this, this mission, I'll be boosted to 20.
Queen's Guard. Turn. Forager.
And that mining ship is almost at dock, which signals the end of this
Queen's
run.
Guard.
Bumper cars! Oh, I missed. You guys got to be careful when the station fires up to like protect its own, because you can very easily just get hit by station cannons, which are usually they hit pretty hard. All right. Now that we have a moment of downtime, let's check in with Major Mildew. So, bunch of defense platforms. Sanctum Verge is not the lovely sanctum that it sounds like. There should be other ownerless sectors to the east and west, so I'm going to take over and fly pattern like that. Alright, come on, mining ship, just park. Oh my god, more?
Voyager.
Fine.
Protector. Queen's Guard. Protector.
Ah, still 19.
Queen's Guard.
Well, I do have an emissary about to wrap up a mission to improve my reputation with Argon, probably any minute now. So it's possible that that will boost us to 20 and I won't have to take another mission.
Forager.
Or credit for the kills. Maybe. That's probably wishful thinking, but
Container.
time will tell. Let's check up on our agents. 10 minutes for the... Oh, that's for Terrans. The Argon one just already finished. Okay, we can always do Argon again. As long as it's not on cooldown.
Thank you.
I did just get paid a bunch.
Thanks for your help.
And there we go! 20! We got it! Okay. So, with that in mind, let's hop out of the driver's seat. Tell Emmy to fly to Grand Exchange.
Ma'am.
Yep. Go do your orders. Yep. Go proceed with orders. Let's do the storage module hack.
If you could, please
I still have
gather the
3 ships queued to buy for the station, so that's fine. Because we have like massive teleport network, I can just teleport over to the HQ. I don't actually have to fly there, so I'm already there. And we are going to get promoted and also buy the blueprints.
Entering system. Grand Exchange.
Receive rank.
Oh,
Blah, 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 blah,
Good luck
blah.
out there.
I'm only using you. Show licenses. Don't need them.
Good luck out there.
Show blueprints. So, defense modules. Admin center is 1 million. Bridge and disc are 600k, 700k. I'm going to buy both, or all 3 rather.
Good
Done.
luck out there.
And now we have everything we need in order to do land claims. In fact, I really only needed the 1 million, but the 1 million is like the admin center that doesn't really defend itself. The other ones are the parts that defend itself. The messages that we got. Promoted to hero, promotion ceremony, and live stream access. Okay. Major Mildew, let's have you explore. So I'm going to have Major Mildew do a little bit more exploration so we have a full concept of like where we can do land claims. But we should move pretty quickly because the opportunities are going to disappear quickly as well. So here's Circle of Deceit, and it is owned already by CO. So let's go fly this way. Yep, Sagaris Pioneers. Already own it. So ignoring some of the like the loser sectors, like Nopilios 4, which has no resources and stuff like that, and you know, other areas like that. The closest to me would be Nopilios 2. It's ownerless. It has a bunch of skill plate stuff there already. It's actually not physically that far from Grand Exchange 1, where I'm headquartered. We have Scarlet Star. Scarlet Star is added in the Envoy DLC, and it is it's also ownerless. It has ore, helium, sunlight, but no silicon and raw scrap. Doesn't have any active threats. We've got Heretic's End, which is full of active threats. And actually, I'm gonna say no to Heretic's End only because it doesn't have silicon and it's like very contested and violent, and it would be hard to establish anything there. We've got the Ore Belt. The Ore Belt has a bunch of different types of materials, but not a whole lot of it. Really, what you're looking for, as I said, is like ore and silicon is like the basis for most production, not all, but a lot of it. So depending on what you want to build, that's kind of important. This is a contested sector. It does have ore, silicon, and decent sunlight, but you've also got the defense platforms here. That would be a thing to deal with. All right, over here, attempting fumes. This is normally ownerless, but it is not ownerless in this case. So that is a no-go. And I'm gonna send... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump and take over for Major Mildew. Because I'll be able to physically see the...
fumes.
I should be able to physically see the gate to make this a little bit faster, because I've been surveying blind, essentially. So we'll do a little bit of the survey ourselves. So question for you guys. What should I work on next? Sector ownership, to continue down the path that I'm currently on. Boarding, research, factories for production, which might go hand in hand with sector ownership. Plots and quest lines. Hunt Xenon for components and reputation, or viewer suggestions.
Entering system. Cardinal's domain.
Alright. Cardinal's domain is not ownerless, but we're passing through it to look for more ownerless sectors. And yeah, I can... Oh, we found Skiplet's ship here. I guess. We whipped past it so fast I don't even know what it was. So we're moving at 10k.
Entering system. Mukai's Revenge.
Okay, Mukai does not seem to be owned. I'm going to do some piloting first. Oh, there's the gate. Doing flight assistance, or flight unassisted drifting. So Mukai here's got ore, silicon, sun. It's really not a bad choice as far as choices go. That would be high up on the list. Whoa, don't hit the station at Mach 10,000 or what, I don't know how fast I'm going. All right, next up, Mukai's Refuge, or Meton's Refuge.
Entering system. Meton's Refuge.
All right, and then there's the other gate. Yeah, I'm a little bit faster manually piloting, I think. So the refuge is, of course, scale plate tech zone. It's got good ore, not great sun, but not terrible. And Lumangstrat's Legacy is the next one.
Entering system. Lumangstrat's Legacy.
Oh god. Okay, there's the gate. And I think that's pretty much all of the so terrible sunlight. Tons of ore, but terrible sunlight. That's pretty much all of the
Minotaur, Raider,
the zones
Marina,
I had intended to survey for ownership. There are other ownerless zones, but they're not what you really, I mean, in my opinion, if you're looking to turn a profit from production. So talking big picture here, really big picture. Some of the main plot lines in X4 require like billions of credits with a B, not millions. And you only really get that kind of money when you're doing massive production facilities. Generally, it's like building ships from materials that you sourced yourself and selling them, building a fleet that way, fulfilling contracts, you know, big project where you have where you are your own industrial power. But regardless of that, generally speaking, the closer you are to this sort of like inner loop here, right, this highway inner loop, which aids in speed and trade and protection because you're not near the edges, which are a little bit more dangerous, the easier it is initially. If you were a giant empire, you could set up wherever you wanted. You could push out the Xenon. You could own the whole galaxy if you wanted to like wipe everyone out. But my larger point is, it is up to you where you want me to own. I have no plans to really ramp up massive production or like empire building. I'm just going with the flow as like a freebooting pirate, you know, respecting very little laws. So the way I see it is, we have a few options here because you want me to continue ownership. So what sector to claim? We could do Orbelt. And before I have you actually pull, I'll explain. Orbelt, decent sunlight, good material. It also happens to be sort of nestled between... there's another a gate that I didn't discover in the Orbelt, but the Orbelt doesn't really go anywhere else other than Frontier Edge and then down to Sanctum Verge. So it's a few hops away from like major trade, but it has a lot of the materials and it has a decent amount of sun. It wouldn't be terrible to own. The next one would be that I'm going to include will be Nop Fortune 2. I'm just going to call it Nop 2. So Nop 2 is sort of in the inner loop. It's very close to Pious Mists, which is, of course, part of the highway around the Paranid space, and then Paranid space quickly links up to Talati and Argon space and Hatikva, etc. So it's pretty close to trade, especially if we position ourselves close to the superhighway. And then it's got decent sunlight, decent materials. It's workable. One of the other advantages, if we do set ourselves up in like scale plate area, there will be more boarding opportunities because, you know, if there's a lot of scale plate ships around, it's like, haha, we can take them. So that will be Nop 2. Another one that we could consider would be one of the Silent Witnesses. I think both of them are actually pretty awful in sunlight. No, this one's decent. So Silent Witness 11 has the sunlight ore and silicon that are like passable. Barely. I mean, it's pretty low, but it could be worse. And Silent Witness 1 is like terrible for that. But yeah, we can do Silent Witness as well if you want. And then the advantages of Silent Witness for its zoning is, again, it's very close to Argon space. It's really only a hop away. We do have a skill plate base here, which we could camp for boarding opportunities, so that's not terrible. There is Heretic's End. So Heretic's End doesn't have a lot of... It has ore, but it doesn't have silicon. It has a lot of sun. It is uncontested. It is nestled in a pretty high traffic spot. The thing is, due to the DLCs that I own, or am running, it doesn't connect with normally what it connects with, so I'm going to leave it off the list for that reason. And then the last one would be one of the like Revenge Refuge in here, that is between Paranid and Talati space. This is not a terrible choice either. They're kind of resource rich. Between all of them, I would say Mukai is the best because it's got tons of ore and silicon and sunlight and ice. But you could easily make the argument that Metons is fine as well, as is Lumonstrat. All of them would be okay. I mean, Lumonstrat has terrible sunlight, but tons of ore. So in that case, you could always do Metons and then mine out Lumonstrat, something like that. So let's just call it Meton's Revenge. Metons / Mukai. So of those four, what would be a good land claim? And the way that land claims work, and I'll just demonstrate in Scarlet Star, because that's not even part of the contestant, is you is you can buy a plot and start building. The other thing we probably going to want, my 2 cents, is we're going to want our own construction vehicle before we really get going. I don't want to like have my empire built by contractors. I want to build it myself. So that's going to be my priority. Get a construction vessel and build land claim. So getting a construction vessel, we're probably going to want a little bit more money, to be honest. Meaning that while we work on that, I want to chase down...
System. CEO's doubt.
I want to chase down some, you know, profit. It also looks like Meton and Mukai are popular choices, so I'm going to have Major Mildew start surveying those. We'll hop back over to the Emmy, and we'll start headhunting for boarding opportunities.
Entering system. Grand exchange.
Steal a builder? So I put out a global alert to look for Zyarth builders in order to steal a Zyarth builder. It is entirely possible for me to find a builder that is like this one. This Talati construction vessel is in ownerless space, and I could steal that, and like Talati would be a little pissed, but like not that pissed. So yeah, that's very reasonable. I like that. Actually, let's go do that. I'm telling the pilot Emmy to go follow that construction vessel. So when you're stealing a vessel, you want one in like ownerless space so that you can't be messed with. I'll put 1 more minute on the poll up there. Before I commit to taking on that construction vessel, I'm just going to shop around a little bit to see if there's other construction vessels that are even more of like a freebie. But I don't have a lot of good satellite coverage, so it's a little tricky to say for certain. Because I did not drop a bunch of satellites. I could have loaded up my scout vehicle with satellites, but I hadn't. Will I be buying shield and blueprints for the station? That's a good question. So initially for the land claims, you don't need them, but obviously for the station to defend itself, you are going to want them. So let's hop back to Grand Exchange and look at the prices of that, because there's obviously the price issue. Everything comes down to how many credits you got.
The mission was a complete success.
Ooh, the Terrans are up to -11, so we're pretty close to the threshold of being able to actually dock at their stuff, which is -10, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so if we're looking at the blueprints, you have a full set of blueprints here for, like, you know, different... If you want to produce your own, like, ship parts. So I'll open up all of them. And it looks like Meton and Mukai are going to be the popular choices, Scott. So modules. We've got, I've got some of these owned. Some of the connection modules. Oops. That's not what I meant to click. As far as docks, I don't have a lot of docks. Defense, I bought all the defense modules. And then here are all the production modules. And this is, it's worth mentioning, just the subset of what Argon has. Most of the major factions have their own style. Can he steal blueprints? Yes. I would need to continue doing hack tech research. And I think that might be more reasonable to do, in my opinion, than to buy them all, because of course, as you can see, the cost of buying blueprints gets pretty expensive pretty quickly. I mean, you can buy all the blueprints you need, but it gets a little rough. So, you guys
Good luck
can
out there.
decide that.
Something out here.
Ignore it. I don't care about the lockbox right now. So in terms of the hacks, we're still working on storage hack, but
May I have your attention? I would like to undertake an experiment replicating the conditions that brought this facility to this location. This is something we must do face to face.
all right, let's go talk to Bozota. He just radioed us. So the question I have for you guys is, should I steal the rest of the blueprints I need? We can get the land claim without the turrets and the like. So you can be pulled on that.
Hello there. You will find that a new item of research is available. Given what we have learned from our teleportation research, I believe we can apply it on a grand scale. This experiment will result in the relocation of this station to another position within this sector. That is, unless we run into some disastrous issue, of course.
Okay, so what he's saying is there is a new teleportation tech unlocked. High mass teleportation. The estimated cost to buy all the resources is 18 million, and that's assuming that they're even available to buy, which often they are not. And this allows you to teleport the facility within its current sector. If you're wondering, it's literally called High Mass Teleportation 1. So anyone with a brain knows that if there's a 1, there's a 2. So the question of, can you move your HQ? Yes, you can move your HQ. So some of the blueprints for station turrets and shields, I would need to go buy. When you edit the loadout of your modules, you can add L and M turrets. Where you bought the, from the blueprints from your representative. So there are some blueprints that I can't necessarily steal. You can steal, like, sector blueprints, but not, I don't think, turret and shield blueprints. So... Oops, I teleported to the same place. So if we are going to be land claiming, I'll do the bare minimum that I need to do in order to get the land claim up, and then we can continue polling subsequent polls whether I continue to invest in that sector or work on other goals. So I think it is the, I forget what shield generators it is, but if we want to outfit our station, we'll need guns and shields. We did just spot somewhere in Grand Exchange 1, somewhere right where we are, a scale plate ship. Yep, there it is. All right. Another question I have for you guys is: should I steal this albatross? So we want a construction vehicle. Should I steal it out from under Talati? I'm like sitting on it right now. You want me to take it for myself? Just vote yes. And there also seems to be a skill plate Heron sitting right there too. God, talk about bait. Talk about trap. All right. Seems to me like you guys are voting yes. So, teleporting over to the Emmy, and then I'm gonna tell.
Entering system. Nopelia's fortune.
I'm gonna tell all of Alpha Group, select group, to become Wings of Emmy. And then Krieg as well. None of them had containers filled with cargo. So all of my boarding parties are now heading to the Albatross.
Envoy.
Okay, you guys want me to steal the albatross? Quick save. I actually might take the heron first. Oh, no, I'll take the albatross first. Because I don't know if the shipbuilding's going to be done and the albatross is going to wander away. Because right now it's like just here for the taking. Where is it?
Heron, E.
There it is.
Albatross, Vanguard.
I did not authorize this.
Yeah, I didn't ask for you to authorize it. Been a while since I boarded an albatross. I'm failing to remember where its weapons are. What did the scan say? How many weapons did it have? It has 4 turrets. Alright. Just for my memory, settings, controls, general controls. I want select next sub part. That will help. Home and end.
Turret.
There we go.
Stop your attack immediately.
I don't think I will.
Engine. Albatross. Turret. Shield generator. Turret.
What's funny is, in a way, I'm like screwing over scale plate because I'm destroying the ship that they hired to build their station. Yeah, you have lots of missiles. Good for you. See, I can just move and... What you gonna do?
Defense drone.
Oh, yes. I want you to... withdraw from combat, please. I don't need my other ships involved.
Defense drone.
I'll disable this one myself.
Albatross. Vanguard. Shield generator. Engine. Albatross. Vanguard. Engine.
No, turrets. Hang on. Turrets. Attack my current... enemy? Yeah. I wanted my turrets to help out with the destruction of the engine, but I don't want it to, like, blast the hull of the ship. Because, if I want to keep this ship long term, you know, as my main constructor, it would help if I didn't, like, ruin it. Alright, how are we doing here?
Albatross. Vanguard.
Scanning.
I did not authorize.
Yeah, I don't care if you authorized it. You are down to 1 turret.
Shield generator. Turret.
Tracking turret, there it is. Did the Creed come back? I told you to withdraw from combat, pal.
Danger. Incoming turret. Danger.
Quit dumbfiring me, pal. There we go. Are we done?
Albatross. Shield generator.
Shield generator. Yep, just a bunch of shield generators.
Nemesis. Vanguard.
Alright, Nemesis. Yo. Withdraw from combat. We've got all 3 turns on the way here. And then once they arrive, I'll board this bad boy
Albatross,
and make it my own.
Vanguard.
So it has a 62 crew, but how much of that is actually Marines? You've got almost, you've got like 7 Marines and everyone else is service, and your Marines are all tier 1. So it's not going to be that hard to board.
Building drone.
Oh, the building drones are actually, they're trying to build stuff right now? That's hilarious. Yo, stop, Krieg, for the love of God.
Vanguard.
Hold fire. You're shooting at, like, a giant metal brick for no reason. Alright, and then, I want you to... lie and wait nearby. How are we doing on the explorations? Oh, did I lose my ship? No, Major Mildew's... Wait, why are you exploring here? Oh, god dang it. Alright, the question I have for you guys is, which specific zone to claim? Technically, I could do both, or all 3. So, which specific zone to claim as home base? Mitan's Refuge or Mukai's Revenge? So Mitan's Refuge is farther from, you know, everywhere else because it's 2 hops away. It does border Lumonstrok's Legacy, which is like full of ore. This one has 53 sunlight, a lot of ice, ore, and silicon, with a tiny bit of Invidium, but that doesn't really matter. And then Mukai has more sunlight, more ore, lots of ore and silicon, and ice. So you can pick between the 2. My 2 cents, Mukai is a bit more resource-rich unless you're going to tap Lumonstrok for ore. Mukai is like the spicier of the 2. Alright, here we go. Board. No, not just the Krieg. Board. Yep. Full court press, very weak.
Awaiting orders.
Very strong. Start. So they have a boarding resistance of 137, and I'm boarding with 1624. So I'm boarding with like 10 times the force that I really need to. So it should be pretty easy. And if you're wondering, my Talati rep is neutral now. Due to
Group leader.
stuff,
Follow
let's
that
call it.
course.
But let's go ahead and take our agent and go, like, kind of apologize to
Making preparations to breach.
Talati for stealing their ship.
Execute. Steady.
Oh, no, you don't.
Contact.
Get out of here.
Making preparations to breach.
Solar strength is for power generation, but every
Albatross, Vanguard.
pretty much all production requires like energy. So yeah.
Keep an eye out for sensors.
All right, come on, boarding pods, land.
Defense drone.
Yo, stop putting drones out.
Steady. Contact. Making preparations to breach.
Pod launched. Moving to target.
Stay sharp.
All right, there's only a few more pods have yet to land. I might need to go out of sector to get them to land. What are they doing? They're like hovering around all weird.
Eye on sensors.
There we go. I think all pods are now landed. Nope, not quite. All right, I'm gonna go out of sector.
Steady. Contact. Making preparations for breach.
Entering system.
Okay, that worked.
Grand exchange.
Just a quick out of sector into sector. Gets all the pods connected.
Reporting back for duty.
Entering system. Nobelia's fortune.
And now we're
Albatross,
boarding a
Vanguard.
building vessel. Approach is done. Infiltration is underway. While we're here, is the scale plate ship still around? No. It realized what I was going to do to it and left. Smart. Because, yeah, I would have disabled that as well. And I managed to take the ship with 1% hull damage. Pretty good. Pretty good. While we're sitting here, I'm gonna have Big Brody and Nabla break off and go to the Paranid dock and get service crew.
Awaiting orders.
And the reason for this is once we capture the ship, I'm going to move the Marines back onto the turn Vanguards and then move the service crew onto the Albatross. And the service crew can then restore the Albatross's engines, shields, etc. And we'll just keep the service crew on there. So service crew are really good at restoring individual, like, surface components. It sucks at restoring hull. So we're trying to get this ship up and running where I don't have to, like, laser repair it myself manually, because that's ridiculous.
Engine.
But it also looks like this thing has, like, crazy service crew going on right now already because its engine's almost full. So let's fix that so it ain't gonna flee. Thank you for tuning in to X4 Foundation's Rogue Pirate, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patron, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow pilots.